Steve, show number 3 out of the way. That was number 3 and 5 that we got all back to
on
back.
the bounce, yeah.
Madman. But it was a good show though, I did enjoy it.
Do you know what, considering that we lost a couple of fights and it was a small venue and we couldn't have more than 7 in there, 7 fights, and we lost 2, we couldn't replace them. I was desperate to get other people on, but just couldn't do it. The 5 fights, couple of stoppages which I didn't really expect. It still weren't a bad show, was it? And if we go through the first fight night, Ryan Dickensville, Dale Allison, Ryan's been out with a medical condition for 12 months, and
over a year, isn't it?
yeah, and obviously it was like a new start for him, and I think he's moving up to middleweight from light middleweight now, and it was a dominant performance from him, and I was really pleased because he's a nice kid, and
he's very nice.
He looked really good, didn't he? Maybe he could have put some combinations together a bit more, but he was in control all the way through it, and hurt Dale a couple of times, and Dale's an experienced journeyman, isn't he? Tough as old boots, and it was a good performance and a good 4 rounds to start the show off with. Then Liam Cooney come out like a whirlwind, didn't he? And I was thinking to myself, you just slow down a bit and pick your punches, and you'll get him out of there. But he worked him over with the volumes, didn't he? And
I think he did his nose in the first round, and it was pretty one-way traffic from.
He hit him with everything, didn't he? In the head, his head was marking up really, really bad. But it was a good body shot that finished it, wasn't it? Really. So good performance by Liam, and I seen his interview afterwards where he wants to be moved fast, and I think he is one of them that probably
he's a very good
fast track,
hopefully he stays in the gym, keeps himself fit and ready.
Yeah, which I'm sure he will do, and like you say, he was a good amateur, but he did have a long break before coming back to pro, but he seems to have picked it up very quickly again, doesn't he? So he's a talent, and like you said before the show, that all these people on here are probably going to go and fight for major titles, and the next one, Brandon Diard, again a long time out, a couple of English title fights where the opponents pulled out in the last week after 10-week training camps, and he was looking at jacking at one stage because it was bad for him. I just said, look, you're a talent, you'll regret it in 10 years time when you sat out with your mates saying I could have been, let's do it. And I've just got to find someone who'll fight him and get him the opportunity, because he's lovely and pleasing on the eye, isn't he?
Yeah, he's very unique, isn't he? Got a really pleasing style, and for a little man he seems to can punch really hard. But I take that off to Stephen Jackson, did really well in there. I thought he might get him out of there, but
listen, he's been in with some good kids now, Steve Jackson, and he knows his way around. I think Brandon really dominated the first round, and I thought, it could be a stoppage here.
Exactly.
But you looked how Steve Jackson started fainting, moving, dipping down, holding on. He knew how to get around there. I know Brandon dropped him in one of the rounds, but it's nice to see him get through. Because obviously he earns his money going on the road, and he don't want to be stopped.
And he did a great performance on our show against Sammy the week before, didn't he?
Yeah, so again, that was a talent that we all got to see in Brandon. Paddy Lacey, he's been really, really active, but not been active over the last 6 months, and he wanted to get out before he fights Owen Kirk at the Liverpool Arena on the 21st of October. So he had a Polish kid who comes and has a go, but he pulled out a couple of days before, but put the flights and everything for him. We was lucky enough to get a Mexican who's living over in the UK for the time being, Fernando Valencia, and he is what he says on the tin, a tough Mexican, and even though Paddy was in control of him 40-36, he didn't look putting like a dent in him, did he?
Well, he caught him with some beautiful overhand rights, but just a tough man. It's like say those Mexicans, Nicaraguans, different breed, aren't they?
So for Paddy, he got what he wanted out of it. It was a few rounds under the lights before he fights Owen Kirk, and that'll be a good fight, because we do make the VIP kids fight each other, and only when it's a fair fight, and they're both stepping up to 8 rounds for the first time, and that'll be an interesting fight for him there, yeah. And then the top of the bill, fantastic performance from Jake Allison. I actually got to watch the finish last night on our VIP YouTube channel, because on the night I'm really looking forward to this fight, and I sat down and watched the first 2 rounds, and I was really pleased with Jake. He was actually out jabbing Jack twice.
Which was amazing considering the height difference.
Yeah, and I thought he was doing really well. Once he starts dropping his shots to the body, he'll start working him over, but I know, if he was going to see a stoppage, he was going to see it late. So I just nipped out to do something, and he heard the big cheer, run back up the stairs, and it was all over. So I hadn't watched it on the night, but I watched it back there.
I've not even counted them, but there must be 40, 50 punches thrown.
I think it was a big right. I wasn't saying it was a left that rocked him, but from what I saw, it was a big right hand that rocked him, and then he's thrown. I think he'd be more than 40 unanswered punches there, and the refs told him once to throw some punches. He's gone round the other side and told him again, and I don't know why he didn't throw, probably because there was that many punches coming back he couldn't do, but
it was phenomenal.
So like someone said to Jake, it's a good job he did stop it, and you might have tired yourself out.
He went from first gear to 5th gear and stayed in 5th gear until the referee jumped in. It really was.
Yeah, listen, I knew he was a good fighter, but I think on Saturday night he proved to me he's better than good, and I think we've got a champion. Well, obviously he's a Central Area champion now, but I think British is a level he can certainly achieve. It might go on more than that if we do it in the right way.
The guy got to 9 national finals as an amateur. 9. I know he won 2 of them, but 9 national finals. And say something that the kid's.
How old is he? 42.
But he'd been getting to the finals since he was 11 years old.
Right.
So,
So listen, 5 fights. Didn't really want to go with 5. I mean, there wasn't a great audience down there, although Jake did well with the tickets. But overall, we moved 5 good fighters forward, haven't we? And
it's a good venue.
That's got to be what I've got to take out of it.
I like that balcony. It was really nice, and it was good because like the crowd stayed till the end, and they made some noise when Jake come out, and obviously when we got the stoppage.
Listen, we're back there on the 6th of October, aren't we? I think at the moment we've got 7. Fights on, and
tickets.
Pardon?
The return of Brad
Brad Bray's coming back. Just been told today he's moving up to super middleweight. And
I think it's the right thing as well.
And there's going to be obviously a lot more there than there was on Saturday night, and hopefully there'll be a big atmosphere there. So Saturday was okay. We're going to talk about
Friday.
This Friday, aren't we, soon? So I'll catch you later, mate.
All right,
cheers, pal.
Bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.